What is going on, guys? Welcome to Man Cave TV, and today I want to discuss one of the best ways to upgrade an old computer. And I've been building computers for probably, I don't know, maybe 2 years, give or take. And I build a couple of gaming computers for myself, when you upgrade some of the hardware. And the one thing that I never really upgraded was my hard drive. And what I mean by hard drive is I mean like a faster hard drive. Instead of using a mechanical hard drive, you can use an SSD. An SSD speed is, sometimes they advertise 13 times faster than a hard drive. And I never really thought that mattered until I realized how slow it took to boot my computer. Sometimes it would take 5 to 10, maybe even 15 minutes. And I grew up having computers back from like Windows XP, early 2000s, and it would take 30 minutes to boot. Like, my parents were still using a computer that would take 30 minutes to boot until I put an SSD into their computer, and it took maybe, I don't know, a minute at the most, maybe 5 at the most, but it was ridiculously quick. So I thought it'd be cool to put an SSD in my computer, but because I had the operating system on the hard drive, I didn't really know how to transfer it over. I didn't really want to spend the money. I'd rather put the money into the gaming performance because I use my computer mainly for gaming and editing, and I didn't really want to waste my money on a hard drive that you really didn't necessarily need. And I really thought about that for a long time until I saw a really good deal on Amazon, and I don't know if it's still up, but I'll try to put some of the pictures of the SSD that I got. I got an M.2 SSD, which goes onto the motherboard instead of like you plug it in through the SATA cable, which those are fine. And I'm gonna compare the two of the top rated SSDs out there, and I'll show you the difference between M.2 and the SATA. Now, I think SATA, the read and write speeds, I think, are capped about 500 to 600, and the M.2 ones, I don't know if there's a cap on it, but I'll try to put the pictures up on the screen when I'm editing this. I think I'll be able to do that. But anyway, I'll put the pictures up and you guys can see. I used the Samsung Magician that comes with the SSD that I bought, the M.2 one, the Samsung 960 Evo. I got the 250 gig variant, 250, 256, and something that kind of ticks me off about sometimes when you get hard drives is they advertise it as one size, and you get less. Like 1 terabyte, you'll get like 960 gigabytes. This is 250. I got 233. I don't understand that. That's another time, another rant. That's kind of irritating. But anyway, I got the 250 gig variant, and honestly, I'll show you the speed test that I have. I think I'll try to put it on the screen now for you. But honestly, it is very good. I really like how the read speed is over 3,000. And, it depends what software you use. I've seen online, sometimes people are getting 3,500. I'm getting about 3,024, I believe, roughly, depending on what software I use. And that's incredible. The boot time on this computer still isn't necessarily as fast as I would want it to be. When I see a read speed of that fast, I think it's going to be like 5 seconds to boot. Now it takes, maybe 20 seconds or so, but compared to me doing it 10 or 15 minutes to boot, it's excellent. So basically what I'm trying to say is the SSD is like a great way to update an old computer, an old gaming computer, or just regular desktop that you use for surfing the web, doing homework, stuff like that. But also I want to put up another SSD that you can find on Amazon, and this is only 120 gig variant. But what I think is crazy is that the SATA cable connection, if you look down in some of the description for the this SSD, the 850 Evo, which is these are some of the highest rated SSDs out there. The Samsung 850 Evo is one of the highest, and I don't really know about the M.2 one that I got, but the reviews that I saw for it are really good. But the 850 Evo, this is one of the highest SSDs out there that quality wise. But if you look at the read and write description, they don't really necessarily specify which one is which, but normally the first one is read, and the second one is read and write, I believe. But either way, it doesn't matter if it's one way or the other. It's only at 500-ish, 540 megabytes per second, and when my M.2 is over 3,000 megabytes per second for the read and write. So I just think that is incredible speed for the price. I got the M.2 250 gigabyte for, I think it was $100 on Amazon. It was like 110 roughly, and I really didn't want to spend necessarily that much, but when I was looking at how it doubled in speed, and it was only like, say, another $20 more, it doubled or tripled the speed, honestly, but it was only $20 or $30 more. I was like, you might as well go and get the one that's faster, you know, and then I could always get a second one or a third one or whatever if I really want to expand it. Now, I don't have many of my games on the M.2 because I can't really fit it, but I have my operating system, and I have some of my most used software, like for example Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Premiere, Elements, video editing. I have Steam, I have Origin, I have OBS, maybe OBS, Game Show, GeForce Experience, Uplay, Galaxy, GOG for some games, Star Citizen, Discord, Audacity, SamSung, Magician. I put all the stuff that I basically use every single day on the SSD, and it makes it so much faster. So basically, guys, I just wanted to put this video out there for you. I got this, I think, last week, so I had some time to play with it. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video and found it informative on, you know, if you have an old computer, what's the best way to upgrade it, you know, especially if you just want speed. You know, if you want gaming performance, then maybe I'd probably go with the GPU in that aspect if you just want gaming performance. But if you just want something that, you know, is more responsive when you turn it on, so you're not there for 30 minutes waiting for your computer to boot, then the SSD is hands down the best way to go. But anyway, guys, hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, hit that like button down below, and also consider subscribing. I love seeing when the channel is growing, you know, 1 subscriber, 2 subscriber. It doesn't really matter how little. It really does mean a lot to me when I see the channel grow. And honestly, it's been kind of stagnant lately, but it's kind of cool to see it kind of, you know, growing a little bit more. But anyway, hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, consider subscribing, and until next time, have a good one.
I'm wasted, my heart grows heavy. Don't taste me rushing, keep your words naked.